Okay, here we go. I fixed my tech problems. These ones were not inflicted by me. One of my softwares that I have purchased decided to make an update that required you to go online and download a new version, otherwise they wouldn't let you authenticate it. Kind of frustrating, and then I installed it and I had to restart my computer, which means shutting down all of the custom software that I have running to do these challenges, and then restarting all of it. But I'm back now, so this should be good. It's been a while. Sorry, I had to check. The software is like gave me a pop-up just like, hey, you haven't like verified it yet. Do you want to use the trial version? Yes, for now. I'm going to verify it after stream. So I had to click yes to that. Don't want to be going and then like have one of my buttons not work. That would be very unfortunate. Okay, by the way, we don't have a foster cat, and my wife is now home from her vacation, so Churro is allowed in the office once again. He's sleeping atop the bookshelf right now and looking very tired, but I'm sure in like 2 hours he's gonna get a little bit antsy and then start running around and screaming. So we're gonna be gifted with that, of course. Okay, let's talk about Raticate. I've done this thing a lot on my channel. This is the third installment of yellow version Raticate. I did a video way back, I think in 2021, September 2021. Then in 2022, in December, I did another video with it because I felt it could get better results, and it did get significantly better results. So much so that it earned a spot in what was then the A tier. I have since shuffled some of the results here in my tier list, just to try to make things a little bit more evenly balanced. We were almost out of space in the A tier, so that's why I have gone with these time ranges. It's just to make things look a little bit more balanced. That has like changed which tier Pokemon are in, but it has not changed the results that they earned in those videos. And yeah, Zergling won. More like normal distribution now. Exactly, that's what I'm going for. So right now, Raticate is close to the top of the C tier with a very good time. Its time is around 48 minutes. We'll see in a second, but it's around 48 minutes. I think I can get it under 45. It would be nice to get it into the A tier today, but I don't think that's necessarily what's going to happen unless I get a little bit lucky. I think Victory Bell getting no, definitely not. Victory Bell, when I come back to do it again, it will do like a, I don't know, like a 34-minute time or something. It's going to be ridiculously good when Victory Bell gets redone. I don't think Raticate can touch that kind of time, but Raticate is very good. So, for base stats, it has 55 HP, 81 attack, 60 defense, 97 speed, and 50 special. This is, its speed stat gives it an 18.75% chance to crit. And yeah, it's pretty good. Medium fast growth rate, it's fine. It's not the best. Yeah, I wish it was a medium. If this was medium slow, Raticate would be ridiculous. For its move pool, it starts with Tackle, Tail Whip, and Quick Attack. Obviously, same type of attack bonus on both of the damage dealing moves. And then at level 14, it learns Hyper Fang, which is 80 base power and I believe a 10% chance to flinch. Unfortunately for it, it only has 90% accuracy, so the move doesn't hit very much. You might think that Focus Energy and Super Fang might be useful in some niche scenarios, but they're really not because of the coverage that Raticate gets through TMs and HMs. It has Body Slam, the best normal type move in the game. It gets Double Edge in case you want a little bit more damage. It can learn Hyper Beam, but I'm not going to waste time for that today. It also gets Bubble Beam, Water Gun, Ice Beam, Blizzard, Thunderbolt, Thunder, and Dig. All of the coverage a normal type could ever want. People are going to comment about the colors, so I can actually switch the colors back to the old colors with a click of a button. I vastly prefer the new colors on Bulbapedia after thinking about them for a little bit. The HP bar is green, speed is a blend of cold and warm colors, all special colors are cold colors, and all physical colors are warm colors, like their corresponding icons. It definitely takes time to get used to these colors, but yeah, Luke, change is good. I always want this channel to be moving in the direction of progress, and I don't necessarily want to just not change something because I'm used to it. That doesn't seem like a good long-term choice for me. So it's going to be a little bit of short-term pain. I'm going to constantly look down at the crit rate where I think my speed is supposed to be. But yeah, anyways. Also, I can switch everything back to the old way if I really want. That takes 2 button clicks. Anyways, okay, so yeah, Raticate. What do I think it's going to do today? I think 4450. That's what I'm going to say right now. We're going to see if I can do it. Hopefully, I don't have to do this one like 5 times. I'm probably only going to have time for 2 playthroughs today, but we'll see how frustrating the second run is. If it's really bad, then I'm sure I'll do another one because I can't sit around with bad results and just let them be that way for like 2 years. I'll give everyone a poll so you can. Raticate's final time today. I'll say under 42 seems pretty ridiculous, so we'll go with that as one option, and then we'll do under 44, and then under 46, and under 48. And if it's above 48, I have genuinely failed because that was my last time. So, I don't know. Hopefully, I'm really, really, really hoping that we're not going to have under 48. That seems a little bit ridiculous. Also, I do want to say, this tier list, this graphic right here, is not a PNG. This is a software that I am running that is allowing me to dynamically generate this tier list in real time, which is really good for the videos because we're going to be able to make a lot more tier list graphics a lot faster with a lot less hard drive space being taken up. Yeah. 50 plus choice. Oh gosh. No, please. Granted, I haven't played a lot of yellow version recently. I've been playing a lot more emerald in the previous couple weeks. A little bit of crystal here and there, but mostly emerald recently. So we're really living in the future. Honestly, if I go back like 3 years in time, all of this stuff that I'm doing right now seems impossible, and it's really, really, really cool. Plus, I calculated if in Pokemon Platinum, if I play the game with every single species that is in the game, that's 493 species. If I release one video every month in Platinum version, which is roughly how many I'm releasing this year, around 12 Platinum videos. If I do that, it will take me 54 years to complete Platinum with all the species. So the only path forward is to speed up how quickly I can make these videos. And so we're going to have to make a lot of software in the next year or 2. And I'm going to have to release a lot more videos. Oh, Churro's here. Hopefully everyone says hi to Churro. I'll just mention it now, since everyone here usually is people who like watching the channel already. If you want more of me, I made a StarCraft channel. Go check out the Reggie video. The link for it is over there. I'm going to be playing some StarCraft. I might actually stream some StarCraft too, because I'm interested in getting better at multiplayer for that game. It's really fun. So yeah, I might stream some of that. Who knows? We'll see. But I'm definitely going to release a StarCraft video sometime in the next couple weeks. Okay. I think I'm ready. I went through my plan from last time that I used with Raticate. So we should have this. Oh, here we go. Churro. Alright. Raticate and Pokemon Yellow, let's go. I gotta name the rival butt. Very important. I'm not going to nickname it today because we're going for maximum speed. If I like set a PB with the first playthrough, I might not do a second one. I don't know. Because like we've done a lot of Raticate on the channel already, so there'll be a second playthrough if I feel it's needed. Also, there is a bonk counter today, so everyone rejoice. Someone is going to complain about the ordering of the enemy stats. I know. Please don't complain. Look, I have new graphics for you. Be distracted. Splits and battle summary. Oh. We gotta restart. Sorry. There's not supposed to be encounters there for a second playthrough. I did not select the correct options. We want level for Viridian Forest, and we want level 14. Okay. Why don't we have a moveset anymore? Because I beat a trainer. That's why. So what you'll notice is the graphic is going to change. So it'll do a summary of the battle, and then when I go into a different battle, it'll change back to the move pool after the next battle. Okay. Here we go. Can we get an Aber stream? Maybe in a different generation, not in yellow. I don't think I'm ever going to do that run again. Like, fighting Brock was just genuinely not fun with Abra. It's just so tedious because you have to spam out so much teleport. Go. All right. So you can see there, it's going to show us a battle summary. This gives us insight into how long training it will take, that sort of thing. Like how many seconds was the battle? What's my experience per second in the battle? And then a little bit of feedback on how the battle went. So like, how many crits did I get? How many crits did the enemy get? Did I... misses is not there yet because there's a bug with it, but misses will be there at some point in the very near future. There is a whole bunch of... I could put like the entire right-hand side of the screen could be a battle summary, little battle summary block, but hopefully we don't have to... Or like, that'll come in the future when I figure out how to integrate it. There's so much information that I can display. I'm going to play it probably a little bit slowly this first game. I need to warm up. And like I said, I haven't been playing a ton of yellow recently. Yeah, Kadabra learns Confusion, so you can use that for the Kadabra run. I have a Kadabra video on my channel. So I want level 14 for Brock. I'm probably going to fight this trainer, then fight the last. I just don't like fighting her first and being a slightly lower level, because then when you get hit by Growl, it just takes forever. But I might actually fight the next bug catcher first. What changes are you going to make? The main changes that I want to test out is that there was a lot of innovation that occurred in mid-2023 in my play due to Ike the Killer coming in and figuring out how important it is for us to fight trainers that have trainers that give good experience yields. So I really tightened up my mid game as a result of that, and so I want to come back and just see, with that tighter mid game and training, is Raticate going to have a better time? I'll do slightly less damage to this so I can catch it. That is my flyer. We will continue fighting Pokemon because we want to get to level 14. I was hoping to skip some Pokemon, but didn't want to heal, but I will. Yeah, Kevin, it's been a while. I now remember that you're the person that says my channel is like a tech demo channel. I took 2 weeks off streaming. I wanted to give myself some time because, like, when I stream, it's hard for me to record like a full voiceover the same day I do like a 3 or 4 hour stream. Hopefully that makes sense why. So I wanted to take some time off, get ahead on voiceovers so that I'm not quite as stressed trying to get stuff done behind the scenes. A lot goes into these videos, and it's really easy to get behind if I spend a little bit too much time making a cool new piece of the software or something like that. Yeah, I guess it's already been 2 weeks since Ludicolo. Yeah. I was intending also to do more Emerald playthroughs, but I decided not to because this week is essentially early game rodent week. Because today I'm doing Raticate, and then on Saturday we're going to do Bibarel in Pokemon Platinum. And then after rodent week, we are going on to a couple weeks of early game birds. Hey, Pidgeotto! Don't sand attack me or knock Raticate out. If it doesn't, this is good experience, which will accelerate things just slightly. I'm gonna go heal now and then fight the junior trainer. No. Bibarel is underappreciated? I think so. I also think it's the first early game rodent that it feels like they tried to do something interesting with it. Like in Generation 4, it really seems like they took the regional bird and the regional rodent and they were just like, hey, how can we do these things but do them in a unique way? Whereas like Furret is just like, it's a normal rodent. It's kind of, I think, more balanced than Raticate, but other than that, it's like basically just Raticate. Whereas then you get Bibarel and it's like, oh, it's part water type. That's cool. And then you get Staraptor and it has like busted stats and close combat. Yeah, Bibarel is a beaver. Of course. I also used to say Bibarel. I don't know if anyone else pronounced it wrong, but I used to say Bibarel. Luckily, I looked it up before I made the video. The video's already done. It's been done for over a week now. Like I said, we're getting ahead again. It's been a really stressful beginning of the year, and it's really nice to have a video done in advance. This is how I used to run the channel, and I wish I could have. I wish I could do this more. Or I wish I had done this more. Is blackout training better? Maybe. We can try that. I'll do one run, then we'll try blackout training. People are, I find it really hilarious how like frustrated people get when you don't pronounce things correctly. Like it's not that big of a deal. As long as you understand what the person's saying, like that's good enough. But maybe I'm just like way too pragmatic and functional. Like to me, like function is always the most important thing. If you genuinely have no idea what someone's saying because they're pronouncing a Pokemon's name wrong, then like, I guess then that's valid, but generally that's not the case. Just weird. Okay, I'm not saving because if we don't save, we're just gonna try blackout training, that kind of thing. I missed my first Hyper Fang. Perfect. So we're gonna Hyper Fang the Onix, and if it goes for Bide, we'll just Tail Whip and then do more damage with Hyper Fang because we can crit and stuff like that. Which, well, I'll just knock it out. Okay, there we go. Brock's done. So as you can see there, I am 11 seconds ahead of my previous pace. The splits are dynamic. Yes! This took way too long. This feature, if you go back and watch Alakazam versus Gengar, or like Golem versus Machamp ages ago, I have these splits graphics showing up when I beat Pokemon. And like when a Pokemon beats a trainer, that kind of thing. They show up and it compares the two Pokemon and it looked really good and I loved it. And I made all those graphics by hand and then realized that there were problems. Well, I didn't make them by hand. I tried to film them into the video, realized there were problems with all the graphics. Then I had to go back, edit all the graphics to fix all of the times. By the time I had done that, I had wasted probably 16 extra hours on the project just updating those splits graphics. So I decided not to do them in the future because of how much of a headache they were and the fact that like I was going to miss releases if I just kept doing it. The task of changing like the second time, like by like 3 numbers, and then making it all integrated into the footage seamlessly, It's a lot harder than you'd think when you're dealing with a bunch of cross dissolves and stuff like that. Anyways, for a long time, ever since then, I have wanted to bring that feature back to the videos, but I just haven't been able to. And finally, it's a reality because it's automated. My process right now for developing the channel is essentially add a feature to the video that I really want, then figure out how to automate it, then automate it. That's kind of the process. And sometimes I will take a feature out if it feels like the cost-benefit analysis is not worth it. I thought that with bonks, but then everyone was like, there was like public uproar when I took the bonks away, so leaving the bonks in now. Don't worry, bonks aren't going away. I don't know, I'm gonna skip water gun, yeah. Like, it could be useful for the rival Sandshrew, but I think we can just hyperfang it. Well, I know Twitch streams. I might stream StarCraft on Twitch. Brood War, I mean, not StarCraft 2. I prefer playing Brood War now in my old age, but I played a lot of competitive StarCraft 2. That game I'm a little bit burnt out on. Maybe one day I'll go back and play it a lot. Bonks are the primary stat I care about. Okay. Well, we've got them, Robert. Lots of bonks. Look at that, 111 right now. Perfect number, actually. I don't want to bonk into anything anymore. I'm going to save here. I'm not going to restart the run at 10 minutes and 30 seconds if I fail. First mistake of the run, you picked Dome. No. Dome is the only fossil. Just crit the Sandshrew. Okay, we're going to 2-hit. I bet Water Gun would be a 2-hit there. Someone remind me when I go back and look at all the damage ranges at the end of this video to test the Water Gun damage range against the rival. Okay, I'm 1 minute and 13 seconds faster. I was reading the number backwards, so I said 3 first. Ugh. If I say my StarCraft 2 name, then everyone will find me. There are videos of me playing against players on Falcon Paladin's channel. I was just like randomly looking for like some StarCraft B-roll the other day, and I was like, well, I should probably put B-roll in of me playing. So then I was like, I just searched my name in YouTube, and yeah. Like, wow, people actually cast my games. That's wild. Hey, I crit the Mankey guy. I was like, I made the snap choice to use Quick Attack there to conserve Hyperfang PP for the Geodude that's coming up. And then I was like, well, the Quick Attack's going to 2-hit. What if it low kicks me? But we were fine. Yeah, Hydra. That's because we share the same similar chill disposition. All right, let's go. No. I wanted to Hyperfang before the defense curl. Oh well. It's fine. I think we can just get through this whole route with Quick Attack. I don't even think we need to use the Elixir. It's nice to have the Elixir, but we don't need it necessarily. Let's go. We don't need Seismic Toss. Raticate does not learn it. It kind of seems like Raticate should learn Seismic Toss, but it does not. Wait, I want to check the move pool now. I'm second guessing my... No, it doesn't. I give the new splits tables 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah. Oh, aesthetic fixes. What do you think it could use? I didn't think very hard on styling it because one night I just like had the idea. I was like, I want to do the splits thing right now. And my wife was she was in Europe. And so it was just like, well, I have like the whole night. I can literally stay up till whenever I want. So let's just like try it now. And then Weil and I sat down, and Weil is a genius programmer. And within like 2 minutes, we had it hooked up, and like it felt like 2 minutes. It was like all hooked up, just everything working. And I was able to start comparing stuff. And so I'm like, well, I just got to add it to the UI so that we can add this as a feature. And I'll kind of think about styling in a little bit. Okay, so we fight this guy. We get to level 23, and we also get the move. Dig. Dig is good. Dig is very good in Generation 1. If you didn't already know. Add lens flares. That's what everything needs. Especially new Star Wars movies. New Star Wars movies really need lens flares. Yeah, like a luck factor. I thought about that a long time ago. Like adding a luck factor into the runs and like evaluating Pokemon based on it. It's really hard to decide how to implement that sort of feature, but I probably will do that at some point in the future. At least for a, like, I'm also going to export all these battle summaries as CSV files so that we'll be able to go back and look through every battle. It'll have a turn-by-turn analysis of the battle. And then I'll make a software, or my plan. Well, I shouldn't say all this stuff. Maybe I won't do it for like another 2 years. It's just an idea that's in my brain. I'm not going to let it out yet. You'll have to wonder. Sorry. I thought about having colors for the splits. I added colors to it. I already did that one. So I colored all of the trainers based on their primary typing. It looks terrible with colors. Absolutely terrible. So I took the colors away. It looks significantly worse with colors. I might add colors back and just highlight specific trainers, like maybe a trainer that the Pokemon's going to really struggle with or something like that. But I don't think I'm going to add colors to every trainer. It just like, it looks too cluttered. All right, Body Slam. We're going to put this in the place of Tackle, and then we're going to teach Bubble Beam in the place. Quick Attack. We'll keep Hyper Fang because it's better damage. And it'll be good in like a pinch to knock out a Pokemon, but we don't really want to be using it. We want to be pretty much focusing just on Body Slam now because it has better secondary effect, of course. Something else that's going to be really easy to add to the battle summary is like the number of times that I was paralyzed, the number of times that I didn't move because I was paralyzed. We're already collecting all those stats and it's running in the background, but you're just not seeing it. So the reason you're not seeing it is there are still a few bugs. I'm trying to get better this year at holding stuff back when it's not ready for prime time. Up until this point, I've kind of just put everything out there, even if it's real janky. But I'm trying to get a little bit better at testing and actually knowing that stuff works first. Yeah, I could do coloring based on the run that I'm currently playing. That's a good idea. I'll try that, like 2 light colors or something. See if what I can get. This should be fine. Surge is pretty bad. He can always win. We have more speed than the Raichu, though. 67 against 65, so we get to move first with Dig. Oh. Well, that's the worst case scenario. I have a 58% chance to knock it out in 1 hit, by the way. So I got the unfavorable damage roll, and then he got the best of 4 moves, and he didn't use an X speed. It's like everything went wrong right there. But this is the thing with fighting Surge, and like why I didn't heal in front of him. Like I could have healed, but then maybe I shouldn't have saved. But then if I didn't save and the Thunderbolt crit, I would have lost anyways. So there's like a whole bunch of things where it's just like kind of a little bit random, and in the end you have to take some kind of risk. So like I thought, well, just don't heal. You don't need to heal. I can probably just win and one-shot with Dig, but I didn't, so that's okay. We want to teach Thunderbolt. It's really good in the upcoming section of the game. And our moveset is getting significantly more constrained now. Also, teaching a TM here is really useful because it buffers your cursor to the top of the bag, allowing you to use the bike right away. Yeah, the split screen. Well, I can actually turn the split screen on whenever I want, just so you know. I can override the move pool. I have those powers, but I'm not doing it right now. Just going to let it do its thing right now. It will be much more prominent in the league because it'll show up between every major trainer and we won't see the move pool. So you'll see a lot more there. And I think that makes things more exciting too. Like, again, like when I add a feature too, I'm always thinking like, does this feature add excitement to the video? Can it add excitement? Because if it adds excitement, then it's a good feature in my mind. So like seeing the splits as we're getting closer to the end of the run is going to be really exciting. And then when I do my next run, I'll load in the splits from this run, and we'll watch me chase down the time that I got this time. Well, if I beat last time's time. And I'm pretty sure I will. Like, we're ahead of pace already. Unless something really bad happens, I don't expect myself to fall apart. I don't think I can lose enough time in the overworld by not navigating particularly precisely. Kind of hard to say. Yeah, and also the splits, they can be used to compare any Pokemon to any other Pokemon that I currently have data for. While I was collecting data in a completely different way, when I filmed my previous Raticate run, I was able to convert that data to the current format and use it then for the splits for this video. So as long as the data exists, we can compare any run to any other run that I've done. And yeah, I think it's like what I've always wanted to be able to do. One of the things, at least. For a while, I was like, I'll just do the splits myself. And then because I have ADHD, I forgot the first 4 splits. And I was like, actually, this is a bad idea. I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to be consistent at doing this. So I need to just... I really do need to just automate this process or not include it. Yeah, the repel counter is a new feature as well. It's been around for a little bit longer, and I think I have the repel counter in all generations. I only have the splits graphic in generation 1 and 2 right now. I'm going to fight this guy as well. He's decent experience yields, and I have Thunderbolt, plus I have Body Slam, so Thunderbolt should be able to take care of the Poliwags, and I'll Body Slam the Poliwhirl just because it's an evolution. Yeah, we're like, I collect data in all the games in the same format. Oh, come on. I collect the data from all the games in the same format, so once the feature is deployed in one generation, it's pretty easy to apply it to the next generation. The problem with generation 3 and why it's not implemented is we have less horizontal space because the game area takes up more horizontal space than it does vertical space. And if I went with a different aspect ratio of the game and made the game bigger, because I know some people have asked me, why isn't the game bigger? If I do that, then I lose out on all the space to show stuff on the side of the screen. So I opted for the smaller layout of Generation 3 and Generation 4 to ensure that I can include the maximum information on the sidebars. Do I have any plans for making my overlay available again? I did. I got ghosted by someone who was working on it. I reached out, like the person, we had a couple meetings. They were helping me with a part of the process that I couldn't do myself because I don't have enough programming skills. Unfortunately, though, that fell through. I've reached out like 5 or 6 times by Discord and by email and not heard anything. So I think that project is not moving forward right now. I do want to hire someone. Oh, gosh. No! Don't fight this guy. Don't fight this guy. This guy's not the guy that you want to fight. We got to do it now. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Like, how long was that fight? That fight was not that long. It's fine. But don't fight him. Anyways, I want to hire someone to work on programming for the channel, like on an ongoing basis. I don't know how long, but like I just want to make sure that these projects are moving forward at an adequate pace rather than constantly relying on volunteer efforts. And I have to say, I am so grateful for all the people who volunteer their time. It's incredible what we've been able to accomplish through the power and might of volunteering. But I also just want to make sure that like there's some level of professionalism where if I have an idea and it's a really good idea and we want to execute on it, we can. I do not need Double Edge, by the way. No, I didn't want to talk to him. That was a misclick. I have to sell it. Gonna clog up my bag. Okay, got Ice Beam. Get it. All right. It's gonna be a bit weird. But we're buying calcium. We need that for later in the game. I figured this out last time I played Raticate. You want the calcium for damage ranges in the league with my special moves. And I already have enough damage with the normal moves I'm going to be using because Raticate is so good. So you don't really need to improve your normal type damage. You want to improve your other one. We're also going to get rid of Bubble Beam for Ice Beam right before this fight. Ice Beam is just better at this section of the game. Okay, let's go. Have you considered hiring a paid intern? That's a good idea, actually. I did not consider that. Like, I wanna pay people well, but hiring someone that's like trying to learn would be good. The biggest problem, I think the problem that I'm experiencing right now with hiring programmers is that like everyone who's a programmer that's really good is already making a bunch of money. So like don't want to work for some YouTuber that doesn't have a ton of budget. So it's just like it can be hard to find people. Okay. When's the bonkless run? People said I can't do it because when you jump over ledges, it counts as bonks, and you have to jump over a ledge to get into Cerulean City. So you fail. Maybe that's next year's April Fool's Day video, and it can actually be a 2-minute video for once. No. Why did I do that? Don't run away from it. I was like, I want to get out of the battle. Yeah, but I don't want to run. I want to use the Poké Doll. I haven't done that in like forever. I don't think I've ever done that actually. Ran away from it. Minimum bonks, yeah. You gotta play on like 0.5 speed. Be very careful all the time. Probably should have just body slammed there. I didn't want to change the cursor position in case I messed up. I can't really mess up with this moveset though. They're all attacking moves. So. I do want to heal here. Could probably remove that heal. But having more dig PP is good for Cycling Road, because I'm going to fight some trainers there. Bruno, what caused the reset? Surge. Fight this guy. I'm going to fight 4 people here. This guy's one. We gotta see. Okay, Body Slam has a 93% chance to one-hit these, so we're just gonna one-hit these quickly with Body Slam and save Dig for the next guy who's directly south of here. Because we are gonna... Oh, Dig does not one-hit the Weezings. They're a really great experience though. Oh, gosh. That's annoying. Well, Dig. Poison damage is pretty minimal. Hopefully just not a big sludge. Wow, that was a pretty close fight. I have a full restore though. Full restore takes less time. You move one square up, and then you can find the what's it called? Rare candy. That's why I take this route and fight those people, because you like basically like get good experience, and you collect all the items, and you get to the end of the route pretty quickly, without doing a lot of excess overworld steps. I am going to heal this if I have a healing item. I don't, so we'll just hope we just one-hit these things. His Pokemon are at lower levels. If you didn't know, in Generation 1, the trainers' teams, all of their Pokemon are at the exact same level. Except for, like, notable battles. But any random trainer, all their Pokemon will be at the same level. And if they have more Pokemon, their entire team is at lower levels, and if they have fewer Pokemon, their Pokemon are at higher levels. This is the Smash Math Tree. I didn't realize for the longest time that that is a way faster way to get to the Safari Zone than the other trees I used to cut, or the long route that I used to take with the bicycle around the top right. So, oh gosh. Not great. I don't think I need this Carbos. We can probably get rid of that next time. Using the Carbos there means that it buffers my cursor to the top, and then I can use the repel a little bit quicker, and then I'll do the same thing with the protein after obtaining surf. Like here, if I want to teach surf, and I have to teach surf at some point in yellow, and I already have Squirtle, so I can just teach surf now, go up to the protein, buffer back to the top, and then I could have just spammed A through that because Raticate has dig. But usually I have to go down to my HM user that has dig, which is typically Charmander. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat right now, but I will soon. So normally I'd fight the Execute trainer, but this person in front has better experience yields, so I'm going to fight her instead. It doesn't matter what I use here, I can one hit with either Body Slam or Ice Beam. Okay, Erica. Rat Gang. Alright. Ice Beam here. Crit? Oh, cool. Body Slam is better against the Weeping Bell. Aw, I had 64% chance to knock it out. The only way I could fall apart there is if I get put to sleep. Okay, I'm only 48 seconds ahead, so we're not making the kind of pace that maybe I would want to make right now. Maybe I'm going to have to cut more stuff, or perhaps my time savings are going to be more in the late game. You know what Pokemon I'm always curious about how it's going to do in one of these runs? Sandslash. Oh. Barely survived that. These people are a really good experience. I'm critting a lot. Yeah, Sandslash does learn Swords Dance. Don't really want to, but I will. I think this should be fine, but he could get a little bit annoying. Oh, never mind. This was a really bad first turn. So this is not a good idea. I could still win if I paralyze. Yeah, okay. Well, 5 minutes and 20 seconds ahead. That's because I did not do it in that order last time. Obviously, the time will normalize by the time we get to Giovanni, so just pay attention to the Giovanni split if you want something that is a direct comparison from now on. I've thought a lot about like how to reorder splits when, like, do you reorder one column? Do you reorder the other column? Do you represent things graphically? There are a bunch of different possibilities for how we would do that, but I think it's just easiest if you order things by the previous splits and then compare based on that. I actually want to do something else first. Set my waypoint there, so I'll go back there when I, what's it called? If you surf directly along that side, you'll always run into this guy. And he has incredible yields. Fight him every time. Definitely don't want Super Fang. Run will end between 810, 850 bucks. Hopefully. Anyways, I'll get teleported back to Saffron City after I finish this area. I might as well do it now. I'm going to skip the Carbos. I don't think we need it. But I'm not going to skip Blizzard. We definitely need it. For one piece of my strategy. Because Ice Beam is the mid-game ice move, and then we're going to have Blizzard for late-game ice move. That showed up because I'm not a high enough level to repel it. The game is actually generating the encounter Pokemon, but just never putting me into battle. So it generates the encounter Pokemon and then decides, like, should we put you into battle or not? Then it does the check with the repel. Thought I moved one step forward. I looked away for a second. Wow. We'll skip the Carbos again. We can't learn Earthquake despite learning Dig. Does it make sense? I don't know. Another Raticate friend. This is a high-level commentary right now. I just described the things that are on the screen to you. I used Body Slam. Bobat fainted. Beat the Rocket. Let's go over here. Guy's not great. I could have picked up the Calcium in the mansion. I don't know if I should have. I love it when that happens. When it self-destructs and you go underground so that you knock out the muck on the next turn. Really convenient. This person is really good to fight. They have he has five Pokemon. Yeah, I want to do all the regional variant backports at some point in the future. I think those will be really, really, really fun. Yeah, it's pretty good to fight too. You want to fight people that have multiple team members and the highest percentage of fully evolved Pokemon on their team. So like, in this case, pretty good to fight because he has 2 fully evolved Pokemon and 4 Pokemon on his team. Whereas like this guy, he has 1 fully evolved Pokemon. It's an Arbok, which doesn't have great experience, and only 1 team member. So there's a lot of like battle animations and stuff like that taking me out of the run. Grab the protein. Oh yeah, I do want. Didn't save before the Hypno Sandwich. Thank you for the art, Soul. Always great. Don't need this. Okay, let's go. Rival 5, one of the hardest battles in the run. Yeah, I didn't look into the levels I fought everything at previously, so I'm probably overtraining a little bit right now. I'm just kind of like targeting for this run all of the trainers that have really good experience and then seeing where that gets Raichu to, or where that gets Raticate to at the end. My brain combined the electric type of Magneton with my rat. Alright. He is no more. SG Spoon, yeah, I've talked about... I'll probably play some ROM hacks in the future, but I'm not pushing myself to play them anytime soon, so I don't know when, but... I wanted to do a Blue Kaizo video a while ago, but it didn't end up happening. Playing new games is hard when I want all the technology to work. It takes more, there's more like setup to do. And I know people will be just like, just play it without, but like, no, I want to play it with. I think it's more fun that way. Okay, we're going to grab Mimic. I'm faster than the Alakazam by 3 speed. Oh yeah, also Soul. That's another reason. Raichu was on my mind. Okay, Sabrina. I'm 50 seconds ahead. Well, at least we're still on pace for a faster final time. I do not remember where I used rare candies last time, though. This guy's decent to fight. He only has 1 Pokemon, but it's Rapidash and gives really good experience. Go. This is playing very safe. Train early, rare candy for Blaine. I don't want to get messed up by his Pokemon. He's like... Even Pokemon that are strong against him, like water types, sometimes struggle. Body Slam first, then Dig. Okay. 45 seconds ahead. Okay, I lost a little bit of time there. That's probably because before I did not use rare candies, so I would have been faster into the battle. Each rare candy takes like 2 or 3 seconds to use. So if you use like 8, it's like 16 seconds. Yeah, last time I fought Giovanni at a low level. I think it's because I wanted damage ranges later into the game. Yeah, the yellow sprites are so much better than the other games in this generation. Does your overlay work on Steam Deck? I don't even know what Steam Deck is, so no. The Persian, really? I think we're dead. Like, completely dead? Yeah. Did you just not double team me like that? Mean. Ice Beam in case it crits rather than Dig. Dig is no-go because... Yeah. Okay, well... we got, like, really bad luck and then we got really good luck. I'm on, like, basically on exact pace to beat my former... Or, like, to be, like, just under my former time. But I'm sure I'm going to mess something up during the league. Like, I'm not going to play as consistently as I would have before with practice. Mimic starts being pretty good here, but you want Ice Beam for this fight because the Execute. And this Sand Slash. You just don't want to get Stun Spored by the Execute. You can avoid that, then Raticate has the answers. See here, it has the answers. Ta-da! $30 seconds. Decent. I think my last run was like a 1 reset run too. Maybe 0. So if we have more resets, then we're at least playing better. How much is Giovanni getting paid to sponsor? I know. Oh, didn't use strength. I knew I forgot something. There's always 3 actions there. I don't think I'm going to fight any trainers here. I want to get to Lorelei as fast as possible. Oh, 1 step away. It's really satisfying when it runs out the step where you need to push the boulder. And you just open your inventory, do both things, and click to the side. We're going to teach Mimic before Lorelei in the place of Ice Beam. Then we'll get Blizzard for Lance and the champion. Yeah, there's lots of really good. The cool trainer with the water types is so good in this area. His experience per second is very high. Okay, let's go. Where are they? All right, let's go. Lorelei. We dig turn 1? I think we dig turn 1, because then it'll use rest, and then we knock it out for free. Obviously, we Thunderbolt the Cloister. Then we Mimic Amnesia. Set up. Hopefully this thing goes for withdraw a bunch. That's the best play that it can do. Now we should be able to sweep. Alright, how am I doing for time? 52 seconds ahead. You can lose this fight, by the way. I'm gonna be very ballsy. This is gonna be like... So, like, the way you lose this fight is the Machamp goes for submission. Also, Earthquake cannot hit me when I'm underground. Yeah, he can just, like, do nothing with this thing, though, so... Gained a little bit of time there. That's satisfying. This fight's essentially free because I have Dig. Would probably just not save. Mimicking is going to take longer than it's worth for that fight, for this fight at least. You can Mimic Substitute, of course, but like, why? There's not a reason to do it in this case. In case I miss. Missing never feels good when you're using Blizzard. Okay. Thunderbolt. Then accuracy, please. Please. It has 90% in Generation 1. Oh. Oh. That thing's annoying. Got it. That's why I'm using the calciums. 100%. Could, like, forego the rare candy, but I won't. Okay. Champion. Blizzard. Oh, miss. Perfect way to start. Animations get automatically turned on here, so that is not my... Oh, well, the freeze on the Executor is at least nice. Ugh, almost used Blizzard on that. That would have been very bad. All right. Cool. Yes. It says run summary in the bottom right, but that is not the case. That's a battle summary. Okay, so previously my time was 48 minutes and 34 seconds. This time, without extensive prep, 47 minutes and 20 seconds. 1 minute and 14 seconds faster for Raticate, which is a decent improvement already. I think I was hoping for a little bit more in my first run, but I think what makes the most sense is a similar approach to the run with rare candies in a similar place, but just less training in the mid game. So cutting out some trainers, like maybe the Grimer guy on Cycling Road, maybe the 2 people before Celadon City. Like, take out some of the trainers that are a little bit less efficient, just to get to the point faster, save some time here and there. I don't think that my moveset needs to be updated. Let's look. Oh, the Aerodactyl. I had a 63.8% chance to knock it out. What if I was like 2 levels lower because I didn't do as much training? Now I have a 35.6% chance for the Aerodactyl. But I could use all my rare candies because I was like kind of over leveled for the champion. So like I could take out some... I can take out some training. Just a second. I will switch over and show you all my routing software. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna look through this. I'm gonna make it a little bit less tall so that you can see everything that I'm doing. Add to. We're trying to work on making, our auto has told me that he's gonna work on making this UI a little bit more snappy. It's because it's developed on Linux, I think. So it doesn't perform particularly well on Windows. We should save this run before I edit it. Yellow, Raticate. This is my 4th playthrough with the thing. Now we're gonna refine it. Okay, so take out the rare candies here. Then we're gonna look at places where it makes sense to remove trainers. You can see how few trainers I'm fighting here in the mid game. Like, so I think probably the lowest hanging fruit is, first of all, we got to make Koga happen later. So we'll move Koga down. Koga happens after Sylph, and then the Fisher happens after Koga. You can't surf without fighting Koga. Have to fight the Machoke guy for the rare candy. I don't think it makes sense to cut him. Probably cut that guy. He's not very good. This person has a lot of experience. Makes sense to fight. Makes sense to fight. Makes sense to fight to some extent. This biker, yes. This one, no. This one, probably no. We're taking out trainers. Hideout. I can skip the guy. Well, what? Oh yeah, this guy. We don't want to fight this guy. I was like, who is that rocket with Raticate? I never fight that guy. Yeah, I never fight that guy. He's bad. This is the guy I ran into by accident. Okay, I think that's like those are the trainers that I can think of right off the top of my head that were like not trainers that I should be fighting. So then that would reduce 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 battles from the run. And we still have the same number of rare candies, and I can use 3 of them before Lorelei now. And we arrive at the champion at level 62. It's 1 level lower than previously. Like, the Executor is going to be real annoying, but we already knew that. It's like Body Slam's damage range is almost the same as Blizzard's. So it almost makes more sense to Body Slam just for the paralysis chance. Although my damage range on the Magneton is significantly worse at 62. I just got lucky last time. Do not have a particularly good damage range on the Magneton. It does only have a 1 in 4 chance of using Thunderwave, though. Yeah, this is why I wanted the higher level previously. I wanted to have more consistent ranges in this battle, I think. And then I wanted to have more consistent range against the Aerodactyl. Like 35.6% is fine. I can live with that. I could also not rare candy before there and then rare candy before the champion. That'll probably give me 63, yeah. Doesn't meaningfully change the range on the Magneton or the Executor, but it does bring the Sandslash a little bit more consistent. What about the Flareon? No, the Flareon's always pretty consistent, and the Cloyster. I think it makes more sense to do the rare candies before Lorelei. Unless we just rare candy before Blaine. With 10. I could do that. No, 65 is going to waste too much time, I think. Like we could do 65 and then, like, if we do 65, the approach to the run, the strategy overall that we're taking is like, we want no resets. We want to be perfectly consistent. We want to get a decent time, but not the best possible time. When counting experience per second for trainer, no, it does not count the amount of time having to walk to them. If I want to calculate that, think about the things that I would need to add. So I would need to figure out when the player goes off of the intended path, and then figure out how many steps they take to the location where that trainer exists. So right now it's calculated exclusively by the amount of experience the battle gives from the time the battle starts to when the battle ends. MVM. Thank you for the €5. Raticate is my Butterfree. Yeah. I can see why. This thing's real good. It's really, really, really good. Like, I could just take the rare candies out and not use them before Blaine. We'll have a higher level overall, but, like, the Blaine fight's gonna be worse. Like, sure. But, like, why? Everything feels, like, decently consistent. It doesn't feel like I have any, like, extreme flaws with the run. Because I'm using these rare candies early. I'm only level 59 for Lorelei, which is annoying. If I use one more, do I get... Nah, the Cloister's still a 2-hit. We do enough damage to the Cloister, I think, that we put it in Super Potion range. So if we can do that, then it's already significantly less consistent as a Pokemon. And we can dig turn 1 against the Dugong so that it misses its first attack, won't lower our attack with like Aurora Beam. Then it has an 80% chance to rest. From there, I can just use Thunderbolt to finish it off. Or, sorry, Body Slam to finish it off. Body Slam's better. A little bit more damage. Chance to paralyze. In case it takes the 20% chance. Interestingly enough, Bruno is actually kind of scary. I think I should heal and save before this fight. I'm so gonna look for the Psyduck video. My Psyduck video is very old. It's very old, but please enjoy. Hopefully you can see how far I've come. Can you use like 5 rare candies before Blaine? Yeah, maybe. Let's test. No, that's more. That's not less. 5. 5 would take me to level 50. Yeah, that's actually a good point. I just used a random number. I didn't think about it, but like maybe I should have used the exact number needed to get the 1 hits on some of his Pokemon. Like there's better ranges here, but at 53 I'm going to get like the ranges are going to be really good. Yeah, at 53 the ranges are really good. That was the 8 that I used. Gets 53. 53 without the trainers. 55 with the trainers that I did last time. So like by cutting trainers, Blaine becomes more difficult. Okay, let's just like, I want to quickly examine a couple damage ranges for Blizzard. Okay, Blizzard is just barely one-shotting the dragons here. So we do need the calcium. I was thinking like maybe I can scrap some calcium and get some more protein. And if I can get more protein, then it'll make other things more consistent. Koga was not fun. I don't know if there's a way to make Koga better. This just seems like win on luck. Like, anyone have any ideas about Koga? I don't think there is a timed Psyduck video. I think, or is my Psyduck video one of the very first videos that had a timer in it? Maybe I had a timer by that point. I don't know. I bet my runtime is like 4 hours or something. I was so bad back then. Yeah, this fight doesn't seem particularly good. If these do the maximum amount of damage, it's 60, and then the Psychic will KO me. But they don't have to go for Psychic. They could go for something else on the turn they attack. So I think that there's still like a... And I can paralyze, they can miss some turns, I could crit. There's a lot of upside working for Raticate, and if I just do this after Sylph, I think I should be fine. And Sylph isn't that bad, because I have a 2-hit on the Sandslash, 2-hit on the Cloister, 2-hit on the Magneton, and then I 1-hit the final 2 Pokemon. One thing we haven't examined is fighting the... So I fought Brock at level 14 for Hyper Fang because I think that makes things more consistent. But I think that something we should consider is fighting the Jolteon team because we can get more early game experience. So we'll play around with blackout training. I don't think that blackout training is... I don't think it's going to be good for Raticate, but it might be. So we'll test. Maybe we'll do like 2 runs. One of them will go to Brock. We'll do blackout training. The other one will go to... You don't need Hyper Fang for Brock. Yeah. I know you don't need it, but it's better. Brock is so easy with Hyper Fang. He's so easy with Hyper Fang. And it's like not that much extra training to get it. I can try one also with Brock, no Hyper Fang, but that's probably level 13. I don't know if I can do it at a lower level. Probably with incredible luck. You need Ike the Killer luck to do it then. It has to be like all of the stars have to align at the same moment that like a cat meows and there's a perfect eclipse. And yeah, it's like 2 black holes merge in a distant galaxy. If all those things happen at the same time, then you can beat Brock at like level 10 with Raticate. Okay, let's test some Brock things, and then we'll figure out if we need to adjust our approach to Brock. If Brock is fine, then I don't think I need to adjust the approach. So let's go and test some Brock stuff. Oh, I forgot to stop recording the replay. Oops. Okay. So those are the old splits. Load in the new ones. There are the new splits. Ignore the fact that there are 2 champion splits. This is a byproduct of the fact that I split once when the champion is defeated, and then once again when the game time is reported, because those happen at different times, and the game time continues incrementing. And I collect them both with the keyword champion, because a different software is going to use the latest champion to build some stuff. I'll just have to make it so the software doesn't display both of them in the future. Okay, let's test. We're going to do some Brock tests. Golduck Solar Run. I know, this one is highly requested. I think... people really want me to do Golduck. It will happen, don't worry. This time I'm going to try to fight Brock without Hyper Fang. And with bad motion in Pallet Town. I did not check Water Gun on Rival 2. I don't think it's necessary. It might make some things faster. We might be able to fight the hiker in Mount Moon for like really quick experience. Which, oh, don't talk to him. But, yeah. Does Golduck learn Amnesia? I don't know. I don't actually know. I know very little about Golduck. It's one of the Pokemon that I haven't really looked into. So, yeah, my bad motion gives us a +2 time right there. But overall, not that different. Let's go. Actually, you know what? I'm being actually very silly right now. Sorry. Sorry. Everyone's eyes. Apologies. The wrong one? Probably the wrong one. Yep. So I have a replay file. This is going to be a little bit visually brutal for a second. Or I'll take over here. Okay, I'm playing now. We just quickly scrubbed through the replay. We'll get ourselves to Brock. I know the times and everything are going to be messed up. That's okay. We just want to try this at a lower level. You know what? Let's try it at 12. I have enough speed to move first. gonna save here because I want to reset if we try this, and then maybe we want to try 13. Like, I think it probably makes sense to do at least one tail whip on the Geodude. Just for damage. Oof, I'm taking a lot. 5 from each of its hits, so I'm gonna have very little health by the Onix. Bind. Okay, bite is good. All right. Yeah, you don't care about speed because quick attack. I know, I just recorded a line for one of my videos about that. It's because, okay, it's like there's no like there's no secondary check. Honestly, I think so, like, we have to examine philosophy a little bit here, a philosophy of approaching a solo run. Like, what is the goal of success in a solo run? And I didn't really have the words to describe this or even know what it was for myself. I just thought, like, success is when I feel satisfied with the run and when it seems like the people watching the video are satisfied with the run and I've got a low time and I have low resets. Like, that seems like it's successful, right? It's consistent. People it seems that I'm using legit strategies. I'm not relying on too much luck. That seems like the best way to play a solo run. So then, if that's the conception of what the ideal solo run is, then you adjust your strategy so that that can happen. So, like, I was putting way too much stock in the fact that everyone just gets real frustrated when you see someone on YouTube and they play a thing and they're like, hey, look, I just do this thing that's like once in a billion times you're able to, like, get by this trainer. And then, like, the comment section is filled with people just being like, oh, it's just luck, it's just luck. Like, this was obviously not, like, a good, like, representative example. Okay. Fine. So, like, in a case like that, I think that my play was very much influenced by the fact that, like, my job was doing these solo runs on YouTube. And so my style of play then became really related to consistency, which I think put a lot of Pokemon at a disadvantage that do gain success because they can use specific luck-based strategies. In this case, fighting Brock at this level, it didn't seem that bad. I just did it once, right? But, like, let's try again. Like, let's try 5 times and see what happens. Because I'm pretty sure for the previous Raticate video, I tried this several times and it just, like, wasn't working out at lower levels. And I basically was just like, no, it has to be consistent. If I have a reset on Brock, I'm going to get judged real hard. And it's not going to feel like that successful run where I, like, figured out what the threshold was that I needed to just get by him consistently. And I think the threshold is 14 for consistency. Like, he becomes quite easy then. And, like, I'm getting lucky here again because he went for Bide. Actually, you know, it would be better to fight Brock if you were slower than him. Because then you could attack after the Bide unleashes energy on the final turn. You get one more turn. That'd be nice. Ha! Okay, fine. Escape camper hire. Thank you for the 20, I think, Australian dollars. Good day, good day. Yes, Australian dollars. Happy Friday. We've missed the streams. However, both our daylight savings turning over means you start at 3 a.m. Oh my gosh. Luckily, my daughter wanted her bottle at 4 a.m. Enjoy a couple dark frothies on me. Thank you. All right, we're going to try one more time. I want to lose. I want to lose with Raticate fighting Brock at level 12. If not, then we still have to test Blackout training, because maybe if Blackout training, it's like I'm one tail whip against the Geodude. I crit every time. Ridiculous. I'm doing about the same amount of damage though, because it's a low level crit. Crits do less damage when you're a low level in Generation 1. I think, oh, well. He's gonna never bide when I try and actually do this run. Yeah, he's gonna bide like once and then just like, or he's gonna bind consistently or something like that. Like, okay, here we go. We're gonna lose. No, we're not going to lose. Never mind. I'm going to beat Brock again. All right, fine. Is 2 tail whips better? We can look at the numbers. Let's look at the numbers. Okay, so this is Brock. Right now my Raticate's level 14, but we're just going to take out some trainers. I think there's wild battles in there too. We'll take out the wild battles. Yep, there's a bunch of wild Pokemon. Look at how much time we can save there just from not fighting these wild Pokemon. It's going to be great. Okay, so now we go into the battle at level 10. That's obviously not what we want. Take out the wild Pidgeotto. Fight the Lass. What does that get me to? Oh, that's a junior trainer. Sorry. Brock. That's level 13. Level 12. Okay, so now we're level 12 for Brock. Battle summary. Okay, Quick Attack is doing 4 to 5 damage without a crit and 6 to 8 with a crit. So I will apply 1 Tail Whip to the Geodude. We'll see how that impacts the damage ranges. Okay, so with 1 Tail Whip, now I do 5 to 6 with Quick Attack or 6 to 8 with a crit. So a little bit more with a crit still, even with 1 Tail Whip. 5 to 6 each turn with 1 Tail Whip. 4 to 5 each turn. So it's like 31% chance to 6 hit without the Tail Whip, and guaranteed 6 hit with the Tail Whip, 18.4% chance to 5 hit. If I use one more Tail Whip, now we get a 94% chance to 4 hit. 2 Tail Whips is better, objectively better. It's going to be the same number of turns in many cases, but in some cases it will be 1 less turn. The Onyx I don't think matters. I think you just like Tail Whip a little bit. Let's see how many Tail Whips maybe we need to do like decent damage to it. So I do 2 to 3 with none, 3 to 4 with 1, 5 to 6 with 2, 5 to 6 with 3, 6 to 8 with 4, 7 to 9 with 5, and 8 to 10. Okay, so there's a threshold at 3, isn't there? Yeah, so between 2 and 3, there is no damage change from Quick Attack at level 12 with Raticate. So I should set up 2 Tail Whips and then attack, and then if it uses Bide, contextually use more Tail Whips to increase my damage. Because if it uses Bide, it's going to last at least 2 turns. That'll give me 2 Tail Whips. It will increase the damage on Quick Attack. Yeah, so 2 right away, then attack, then, yeah. You know, we might be able to do this at a lower level. Although Raticate was getting, like, we will be able to do this at a lower level. Like 10 or 11, probably Raticate can do it. The problem is, it's going to start going into that territory where it's like we have to do like 100 Brock attempts to get by Brock. And that's what everyone would do if we were doing one of these as a race video on my channel. There would be like Gym Leader Matt and in former days Van Man. They'd be sitting there grinding it out for like 2 weeks, just trying to get like the Brock at level 10. It's like, I know level 9 Brock is possible. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. It's like the Onyx can use Screech every turn or miss with Tackle and miss with Bind. It's going to happen. I think this is the strat. So 2 Tail Whips on both of his Pokemon, then attack. For the Geodude, just knock it out. For the Onyx, contextually play around Bide. Now we need to figure out if grinding on the junior trainer is faster than if grinding on the junior trainer is faster, or if we should be fighting the other trainers. How is the Infested Terran video coming? I wish it was coming better, honestly. I do have to, this is like a work versus like fun kind of thing, and it's like making the StarCraft video is like a fun thing that I want to do in my spare time, but I do have to release videos on this channel because currently it is my job. Just 1 second. It's going to look, we're going to look at the tier list for a moment. Look at that. I'm going to just fast forward so you don't have to see it. Because I'm kind. I'm a kind person. Not to myself, though. I play the game with Magikarp and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewind the game. Oh, I'm going to rewind the game until where I'm in Pewter City. Okay, so we've got it now. All right, here I am. I'm in Pewter City. This is where I was before. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make... Oh, I'm already leveled decently here. No, we got to play from the beginning. It's okay. No problem. I do this all the time. What's a little bit more yellow? Let's go. So we're going to do... I worked on StarCraft, and I'm a big fan of your content. Like, actually worked on StarCraft, like making the game. Because that's the coolest thing ever. Also, Ektar, are you the Ektar that was, like, part of the Games Done Quick StarCraft Brood War speedrun? There was someone named Ektar, I think, doing commentary for that. I watched that. It was really fun. It's one of the things that inspired me to go and make the StarCraft channel. I played both StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2 extensively. I probably have more hours in StarCraft 1 now, but it's got to be close. Hey, exact same time as before. Nice. That was amazing, Route 1. So good. Yeah, the Jolteon rival is probably easier to fight. The Jolteon rival is typically easier if you can deal with the Jolteon, because you'll do more damage with Dig to it than you would to the Magneton, so that'll fix that damage range. Like, we have a whole bunch of things to sort out in this run. We're gonna just, like, what I'm gonna do with this one is I'm just gonna go straight for Brock's gym. Oh no. I'm realizing I didn't do one. I'm gonna have to pause for a second. I just had to change my encounter settings. Apologies. Now we're back. Yeah, that was me. Sweet! Let me clip it. Oh, yeah, do, please. That would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. I watched a whole bunch of, like, what, Giant Grant? Was he there? Anyways, I watched a whole bunch of his stuff recently, too. I don't know why my encounter settings... Oh, no. I have to catch the Pidgey. Then it will stop showing up. This might not catch. Okay. You have to get it a little bit under half for it to catch. So we can just skip everyone. This test is going to be skewed by like 5 seconds now. I picked up the potion one I shouldn't have, and I fought one wild encounter. Before what you said, Magneton gone. Oh yeah, the Magneton is just harder to knock out when you're fighting, when you're using Dig, and like my damage range isn't quite good enough with Raticate to one-hit it. So it's like an 18% chance. I think I need to crit to get it. Yeah. Let's see what Blackout Training does here. Yeah, Jolteon is 100% easier when you're using water types or you're using what's it called? With water types and flying types, especially flying types, Jolteon is far easier. Okay, well, annoying. No, don't do that. Okay. It's gonna get me. I know it will. Go. Just scratched first. It's okay. Pause this. I was the lead co-op designer on StarCraft 2 and worked on balance. That's awesome. Okay, so if we fight him like that, fight him twice, we'll beat him, be level 9. I could Blackout Train here twice. Like 3 minutes. What was I last time when I was at this point? I wonder if... Okay, so like... I have another idea. What? Ah, there's a bug right now in Super Shucky. I'll have to work on that at some point. Okay, we're gonna try to fight the rival. Yeah, the bug has to do with the replay files and how they're being collected. You have to restart the program for them to not get like put into like a temporary replay file in certain circumstances. It's complicated, doesn't matter. It's awesome that you worked on balance. Thanks for giving us the swarm host. That's like the ultimate dig. I'm so sorry. I don't know why. That's where my brain went. I was just like, what's the worst possible thing that ever happened in StarCraft 2 for balance? Like the swarm host. Never forget just sitting there with my Tempests and my Oracles. Just like constantly revelating things and like shooting in. That was actually when I first got Grandmaster. I remember I beat a swarm host player. And then I got the promotion. I was like, yes! True victory. Storm host was before my time. Okay, cool. Can we fight the rival at level 6? We might be able to. Raticate's pretty good. Okay, well that was an awesome crit. Okay, that was really good 2 crits, but we're definitely getting outgunned here. This could be like a muck style run. I think it was muck that I just came here right away and I was like, well, I'll just fight him. Hey. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait. What if we blackout train on the Spearow and then defeat the Eevee? What if we blackout train on the Spearow and then defeat the Eevee? I can, like, okay, so when let's try it. This is a lot of early game optimization, but I think it's going to pay off with like a 2, maybe 3 minute faster Brock split, which is going to give us the sub 44 minute time almost in itself. We don't like really need other optimizations and we are going to get some. Yeah, it was with Wheezing. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Muck had no problems against the rival because its defense is higher. That's what it was. You can just like basically beat him up with Muck right away, but with Wheezing you have to be, it's like a little bit sketchier, I'm pretty sure. And with Arbok, I think it just skipped entirely. Okay, so we have to do Professor. What is with these crits? Like the critting machine. So this thing is Electrode apparently. Okay, 2 seconds faster. Look at how good I'm playing. I'm warmed up now. I'm ready to go. I'm feeling inspired. Maybe I'm going to go on Twitch after this and stream some StarCraft. I'm having a great time. Everyone's talking about the game, so I'm like pumped about it. You have to heal in Viridian. I know. So like I'll go heal and then I'll also buy my items before I black out. So right now, the next 2 things I do is I heal and buy items. Then after I do that, I will be I can catch the Pidgey after also. Like, oh my gosh. This is like all the synergy except running into walls like that. That's not the synergy. Yeah, let's get that. The wrong order, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's go. And if we beat him, like, that's just great. We just go through the forest, fight some people, it's fine, right? Okay, so apparently the Spearow can completely drop the ball. Watch us just crit this thing twice or something. This is hilarious. It's hilarious. Yes! We got a blackout. That's what I wanted. Okay. Again. Wait, why hasn't no one done this before? Has anyone done this before? I bet Red Ryosi has done this before. I know that Red Ryosi has done this before. He's going to be like, these 4 Pokemon really need to black out exactly on this trainer, the rivals. Spearow, they gain a huge advantage when they do it this way. It's like, okay, fine. It's okay. I don't have to be the first discovering things, but it's nice when I come up with something like this. I find I'm a little bit better at, like, I found this also in StarCraft. It's very related to me as a person. I'm much better at, like, taking something that's already figured out and then, like, making it better and doing it really well, rather than, like, making a completely brand new thing, like finding a brand new build order or a brand new strategy for a Pokemon. Okay, so that's unfortunate. But blackout training, that's right. Yeah, you can black out from this battle back to Brock, I think, but I think that will actually waste more time overall because you don't want to go through the forest twice. You can go through the forest once if you do it like this. I think that'll be faster. Yeah, this is only good if you want to go to... Yeah, I'm an optimizer. Well, I think I'm like an innovator in some ways. Like, I feel like I approach the software on the channel very much with like an innovative frame of mind. Like, I'm always trying to like push things forward and make new ideas. And I have so much stuff in my head that I want to do that does feel, to me at least, innovative, but we just haven't had time yet. But in terms of strategy and gameplay, like 100%, I'm more of a optimizer than an innovator. It's because like making software stuff is not real time. Whenever it's real time, I get like very hyper fixated, which I think is an ADHD thing. And so like, if I'm just like chilling on the couch, my mind is like, there's like hundreds of ideas of stuff that I want to add to my overlay. And it's just like, I can't do this. It's overwhelming. But when I'm playing the game, I get like really dialed in and focused, and then I hyperfixate on things, and I sometimes like miss context. Like, oh, quick attack. Yeah, I have quick attack. I don't need to worry about my speed stats. So I'll be like looking down right now, like, okay, 30 speed. Like, definitely gonna move first against Brock's Onyx. Like, no, I'm just gonna be spamming quick attack. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I can probably do this battle, then fight Brock. Maybe I'll be level 12. Let's see. Oh, maybe just not. It's okay. We can probably beat the Geodude at level 11. No, just level 12. Cool. Let's see. Can we? 2. Remember why? This will reduce the total number of turns that I have to spend against this thing in battle by potentially 1. Then we're going to 2 on the Onyx. Maximize damage. Hopefully it will use Bide. There, it uses Bide. Now I'm hoping to get... Okay, we get to plus 5. 5 is good. 6 is obviously the best. Okay, we're going to get there. Go. Oh, that crit's not good. Uh-oh. Yes! Yes! Okay, that's a minute and 42 seconds improvement. I'm just going to keep playing. Let's do it. This is a run. Okay, 3 blackouts. So 3 blackouts give us a minute and 42 second lead off of Brock. We don't have Hyper Fang yet, but that's okay. These Pokemon here are not particularly challenging unless you have speed problems. If you're like Parasect, this youngster Ben, terrible. I never want to think back to that. Like, he ruined so many of my runs. He made me a very grumpy person. My wife is very patient. Filming Parasect is one of the most painful experiences I've ever had. Like, the level of frustration that I have felt in a video game, like, Swarm hosts don't even come close. Yeah, I don't understand it learning Water Gun or Bubble Beam either, but I'm just going to go with it because it's great for this run. I am going to teach Water Gun this time. Can experiment with that damage range. It's a tiny thing, but I think it's going to save me a little bit of time and gain me slightly more experience. So like here, I'll skip this guy because I don't know if I one-hit both his Pokemon, but it doesn't matter. He only has 2. Whereas I can fight this guy with water gun and one hit all of them, and there's 3 now. Yeah, I did not one hit the, I almost one hit the Sandshrew with what's it called? Hyperfang last time. I don't know if water gun is going to give me the one hit. If water gun doesn't one hit the Sandshrew, then you don't need to pick it up. You can just Hyperfang twice. Or Hyperfang, yeah. Hyperfang out damages water gun on Sandshrew. Maybe. I don't know yet. We're gonna, the damage ranges will come up for me in a second, and then I'll be able to tell you the legitimate, true response. And Zergling, you probably ran the damage ranges, so I assume you're right. I can't wait to do Heracross again in Generation 2. That video is like one of the ones that I'm highly anticipating. Yeah, water gun helps with the guy who's guarding the elixir, you're correct. Or you could even go Onyx guy instead of that if you don't need the elixir, because I didn't need the elixir last time, so picking up the elixir actually wasted time. Slightly less overall experience in the route, but yeah. Inspired by Snowy, who is in the chat. Thank you, Snowy, for being such an inspiration. Oh my... It's like all the bad things there. My router is actually not working because I thought I was just testing this. Yeah, Hyperfang out damages water gun, so not relevant. We don't have the router, it's okay. I can play without it. Let's keep going. Yeah, water gun is more accurate, you're right. And we get the experience from the hiker, plus the next hiker is a little bit more. Like, it might be better to just use it. It's going to be 2 attacks anyway, so it's more accurate, so like, might as well use it. Especially if it has these other benefits that we can capitalize on. It does have extra PP, that is true. And then I have more Hyperfangs for this area. Oh. It's unfortunate. I don't want to use all my Hyperfangs. We'll keep those. I want to have a oh no. No! No! Ah! It's okay. We get to restart and have the router. Did I save before Brock? No. Okay, good. Gotta set up the router 1 second. Alright, we have such a better idea of what we're doing. I'm really confident now. 1 second. Alright, let's go back into this. Alright, Raticate again. This time without losing to confusion. Try. It says replay started. Can't stop replay. Replay started. There we go. Let's go. All good was just practice. Exactly. Someone asked me on my video where I showed my hand playing StarCraft, they're like, are you a user of the core? And I am. I spent a whole summer of my life when I wasn't at school playing use map settings. I essentially used map settings to learn hotkeys so that I could be better at the game. Like, I didn't play ladder matches. I just sat there with the jack attack and learned the core. Oh my gosh. What an experience. Go. Alright, 1 second faster for the arrival. Not quite as good as last time, but still decent. Hopefully I can do a good Route 1. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. I played slightly safer there, so I walked 2 extra tiles, but that's okay. Because I didn't want to get blocked by the annoying guy in the grass. Oh, extra tiles there. Still pretty good, pretty good. I was friends with Jack Attack back when he streamed regularly. Oh, cool. Oh my gosh, we might have crossed paths. Were you in the sandbox? I was in the sandbox. I bet we may have crossed paths. Everyone's gonna find me now. Go, let's go, let's go. Oh, good. I'm glad you sent it to him. What if I just beat the rival here? I feel like my whole plan falls apart then. All right, fine. Yeah, we can do it like that. We can just win. Winning is okay. Sure. So, I guess we fight bug catcher people now? Do we fight Brock at a lower level and just hope? Like, just run with it? Hope that we get a ridiculous split? Yeah, I could just use Tail Whip there, of course, but like, I think I'm like, my brain is like, what if I win and I just get the experience and then I just keep playing? Maybe, like, because we can always black out to the junior trainer if we need more levels and we haven't leveled enough in the forest. So there's not necessarily like a time pressure that's pushing us towards losing there. So we can take the upside there's like essentially no downside to fighting the rival. That's what I figured out. There's no downside. You can always black out to Brock. That is true. You could also black out to Brock, just not save. Just heal in pewter when you arrive and then black out to Brock. A good idea. I think normally I don't think to black out to Brock because it usually takes so long to defeat the Geodude that I'm like, how could this be useful? Like, it's just like, takes like 25 turns to defeat the Geodude. Like, yeah, this is not going to be good if I black out. I'm just wasting time. Don't save before Brock. That's really interesting. Maybe I should start doing that. Yeah. Heal here. I think we fight Brock. Yeah. Like, yeah, if you get lucky, you take the upside and there's not downside. We crit the Diglett. Okay. Well, that was good. We might actually level up from the... Oh my gosh, the crit there too. This is ridiculous. This run is so good. Don't save. Just fight Brock. Let's go. Okay, we're trying the level 11 now. Maybe I'll level up to 12 for the Onyx. I don't know. Okay, the Geodude's still doing the same amount of damage, which is good. Maybe it'll miss. Hopefully it misses. The miss would have been nice. I'm not going to get it. It's fine. Level to 12. Cool, 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 cool. We learned a thing. Oh, that's a fast loss? Okay. Oh. Well, I can't defeat him with this, so... Yes, please. Oh my gosh. So slow. Take the blackout. Try again. No! Gen 1 miss on Tail Whip? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I think I'm gonna lose this one. Oh, he missed a tackle, so it equalized. That's good. Whew. Almost got a little bit sketchy there. Can we please have a bide? Please? No. Okay. I think this run is dead. I think this run is very dead now. Tail Whip. What if the Pidgey wins? It's possible. Maybe don't catch the Pidgey. Catch Doduo later. Yeah, I can deposit the Pidgey next time. Obviously, that'll save time. Yeah, if I lose here, I'm going to restart. It's like, it's too bad. Here are all the losses. Expecting these before, but... Okay. Go to -5 defense. Oh. No! Come on. Come on. I'm starting again. This was too good. Like, the time save was around the same amount, and I feel like that was exceptionally sloppy, so I feel like we can do much better. Okay. I gotta make it so that it clears the battle summary stuff when I press new game. There we go. Now it's clear. I have to reload the overlay in order to do that right now. Don't catch Pidgey. Same concept, no Pidgey. I agree. Same concept, no Pidgey. Let's go. Get better, Scott. Yeah, that's right. Get good. I'm used to that. I played StarCraft. That's the theme for this stream. Raticate and StarCraft. Okay, so. Is Pidgey encounter turned off? No, it's not. Good point. I really gotta fix this thing. 1 second. There's like a really annoying thing happening with my emulator. I'm gonna just relaunch it because getting confused about replay stuff. So when I record new ones, it's not compressing them, and when they're not compressed, they're like 500 megabytes each, which we don't want. We want them to be like 2 megabytes when you finish the run. Okay. We should be go. Should be good to go now. Let's go. I think there's like a lot of crossover between people who watch my stuff and people who play StarCraft 2, or like not StarCraft 2, but people who play StarCraft as well, just because the games came out around the same time. I do not do an item deposit in the early game though. No, this is like the sloppiest play of all time. Fine. 5 seconds. I learned something, which is if you always try and optimize for that 5 seconds that I just lost there, you're never going to get a satisfying run. It's just so hard to... It's so hard to like at some point you just have to be like, yeah, it was a bad start, whatever, I'm going to keep going. And I learned that from a speedrunning video. There was a world record that I was watching, and like within the very first few seconds of the run, he bonks into a wall. And he just makes like, he like winced. He was like, ugh. And I was like, and he just kept playing and got the world record. So I was like, okay, you don't actually have to be perfect. Even when you're playing on that level, you can make a mistake early on and it'll be fine. Yeah, Derek, we're stuck in a time loop now. Go. Okay, well, this is going really well, so maybe we just win here sometimes. We could lose. Okay, maybe the sand attacks are going to be our undoing, actually. Actually, yes, they are. No, they're not. Cool. All right. Yeah, it's when the mistakes add up. Yeah, it's when mistakes add up or RNG combos with mistakes. So like you make a big mistake and then you have bad RNG and it's like now everything has fallen apart. The optimal place to catch a flyer is Viridian Forest. The Pidgey are easier to catch than both the Spearow and Doduo that come later in the game. But like if we're like, so we're optimizing for like away from that because we want the blackouts, then in this case, probably the Doduo is the next most optimal. You could get the Spearow in the grass just after Pewter City, but I don't particularly like doing that. I don't know why. It always just feels like when I try to get that Spearow, it always breaks out. It's like, Very frustrating. There's like between Cerulean City and Vermilion City, there are Pidgey there. But they're higher levels. I could catch it and deposit it, yeah. I think that's a little bit too much though. Like, it's a little bit too like I'm wasting time then going to the PC, I'm wasting time getting the Pokeball, I'm wasting time catching the Pidgey. I can just bypass all of it and then get the Doduo later. Scott, why are you making me want to play this again? Yeah, do it. Do it. All right. So, junior trainer simple. Let's go, Brock. Yeah, maybe I should add a Route 3 option on the overlay. I don't really like doing this at level 11. Level 12 feels much better than level 11. Although I might be able to do it if Onyx cooperates. Okay, we can get a 3-turn bide. Okay, miss. Okay, that's that. Much faster than having to use the Pidgey. Now I'm level 12. So it's like one blackout to Brock is probably less walking time than a blackout to the rival on Route 22. And I think the Geodude is going to give more experience. Plus you're working towards potentially defeating Brock, which is the goal outcome. Uh-oh. Please? Oh. I don't know how many of these I take before it's a bad run. Maybe 3? We'll see. If I beat him this time, I should have a positive time. We'll continue. Oh, well, that did not go well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. One more. Can't do anything. If he does something, I lose. Okay. We win? We win. 1 minute and 38 seconds. Okay, we'll take that. Pretty good. 6:01. Crit. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, Ross, there is new data. I know. Got Hyper Fang. Just don't forget Fly later on. Nah, yeah, I know. You essentially have to use it to get to Pokemon Tower, so Fly is a hard one to forget. It's easy to forget the Great Balls though, and then not be able to catch the Doduo. That's the thing that's easy to do. Nope, I used the wrong one. Let's go, let's go. So that you can get the Spearow there. No trash Spearow for us. Be nice if you could get that before Hyper Fang. So that it taught right away. Then you wouldn't have to open the menu to teach Hyper Fang. And yeah, encounters are off in Mount Moon. This is how I play. If you want to play differently, that's totally cool. Bumping into things. Not great, but... Oh. It's like, just barely did not get the knockout there. Oh. Poison is annoying. I have to open the inventory. I'm going to heal, though, just in case poison on the Ekans here. I could miss and it could poison sting. I think Hyperfang is a one-hit. Yeah, it's a 90% chance, so only if I miss. And then I two-hit the coughing. Well, if I don't miss. So, again, poison could be frustrating there. That's level 18. So the Hiker gives level 18 over damage running threshold for the rival. That is probably ideal. I'll water gun the Sandshrew for the accuracy. I think that is the best play. Yeah, nice bonks. I agree. Like, I think we're at, like, last time we were at here at like 111 bonks because I called it out. But this time the bonks is much lower. I know I'm risking this fight. If I lose, that's fine. Like, I deserve it. Sand attack's a bit annoying because I'm using Hyper Fang, but we're getting lucky. Now we're not. Oh, that's all we need. 1 minute and 31 seconds, so I lost 7 seconds in that section, but still doing pretty well. I know that I would save time if I went for the Helix Fossil, but that's no fun. Even in the race videos where I was trying to go literally as fast as possible, and I was genuinely like trying my hardest, even in those videos, I still took the Dome Fossil. I couldn't bring myself to it. That's a 73% chance, by the way, with Hyperfang. Just in case low kick, I think Hyperfang's a little bit more reliable there. Yeah, exactly. If you always go for it, it's not factored into comparisons. Exactly. Consistency of approach. See? You don't have to get the elixir. You can just fight this guy and then water gun the Onyx, and then it's only one Pokemon instead of two. And like maybe now I have to spend an extra battle, like an extra turn here, but oh, extra 3 turns. Apparently. 2 turns, sorry. And I can use the ether, because I didn't really use my ethers particularly well in the last run. I can use this ether to increase Hyperfang's PP and then fight the guy, the bystander guy, and then fight Misty without going to the center, and then I can center after Misty. So there's only 2 centers in Cerulean. Unless I center after Surge, but we'll see. Yeah, Misty should be easy, Matthew. Should be. I think she can crit with Bubble Beam, and if that happens, things go wrong. I believe. This one can kind of be sketchy sometimes. Saving before this fight is the safest play, but yeah, we got it. That's right, no matter how fast I am, it's always beatable because I take the dome. Yep. We want to teach this now. I'll keep quick attack. But I am outspeeding. I outspeed the Starmie by 1 speed at this level. That's awesome. I'm hyperfanging because it's less turns in battle. And it prevents her from using the X defend before. Okay. Did it. So easy. Gained time during that. A lot of time too. It's really good. It adds like 1 step. Or maybe it's like 4. I don't know. You have to step that way anyways. But the guy walks. He walks further. And the NPCs in this game are quite slow. You want to prevent the NPCs from walking around if you can. Yeah. These. Quick attack doesn't one hit. It only one hits if you crit. Also, I didn't even talk about rest once in the last playthrough. By the way, Quick Attack 1 hits the Spearow, but it does not the Raticate, so you have to Hyper Fang that one. I didn't talk about rest once, so that's some serious character development from last year. Although, the last time I did this video, I also did not use rest, so that's why. I'm sure if I didn't do the intervening video, I would have tried rest in the first playthrough and then figured out it's not a good idea, it just wastes time. So last time I did not use Hyper Fang again, so I'm just going to put Body Slam in its place because it's slightly faster to do it that way. Because it's slot 1, I don't have to change my moveset order at all. Also, someone said something in the comments that made me feel really good about myself. Someone said, I think the way you use rest is very innovative, and other people don't really do that. And I was like, hey, that makes me feel nice and warm and fuzzy inside. It's like, maybe other people don't do this thing that I do a lot, and that makes it unique to me. And maybe it's bad, but it's okay to be bad and unique. Okay, so we gained more time now. This is going very well. Very, very, very well. Remember, at the beginning of the stream, the splits that we were comparing to were my old splits. We are currently comparing with the splits that I just played on stream. So, if I was a minute ahead last time, I'm like 3 minutes ahead now. So, we're doing real well. This is why I really yes. We're not giving this run up. But I'm not gonna heal. Only a 33% chance. Oh. Yes. Yes! Gained time again. That was that fight. I wish I could go back and commentate that and like slow it down to 25% because there's a lot going on there in like 2 seconds. That fight was 6.5 seconds. It was very short. I'm going to heal a third time in Cerulean City. I don't really like the heal before Rock Tunnel because it takes you off the bike and I only want to open my inventory once. And if you're going to use one of the heals and you don't need the other one, like might as well just do it this way. Spam A, get on the bike, cut the tree. Then spam A once opening the dialogue here, because you'll cut that tree too. Very quick. Where is my next move? Do I get focus energy at 27? I think I do. I need to be careful of that so I don't teach it over body slam when I'm like looking away. Yeah, focus energy at 27, so I'm gonna draw that into my perspective. I can Thunderbolt this, I'm going to because I don't want to use too much body slam PP. Okay, next trainer. So the Cubone is where we're gonna level up. Right here. Didn't teach Bubble Beam. Small mistake. Fine, I'm using special moves for the rest of the fight. Focus energy. Say no to that. No. Aw. I did think a while of saving Bubble Beam specifically for Giovanni's Ride-On, but it's like, it's not really that good later in the game, and saving it I don't think makes too much sense when you can get through this section of the game. It's maybe slightly faster with Bubble Beam, but overall I think it's a wash. Super Fang is so late. I know. It's later than, like, if you had it here, like, maybe it could be useful against rock types to do half damage or something, but you already have Bubble Beam, so it's kind of like that move that you get that's really cool that you want to use. Like, I keep thinking of, like, Mist and Haze. I'm like, I want these moves to be useful, so stay tuned. I love it when I find uses for moves that seem useless. We didn't get the Max Elixir last time, or Swift. We don't need them this time. And then Body Slam and Dig one hit here. Bubble Beam does not, by the way, because they have higher special stats. We're going to skip these two optional battles that I did last time. Further bringing us into an advantage. Okay. Okay. We could probably get away with skipping this. I don't want to risk it, though. Last time I didn't get this one. I'm going to get it today because I'm using Blizzard. I would like 2 extra PP in Blizzard. Hello, Masters. How's it going? Also, I apologize if I'm not being super attentive with chat today. I'm, like, really into this. I'm having such a good time. This is so much fun. And I agree with what... So, Austin said something to me a while ago. He's like, you know, your overlay, like, I still use live split so that I can track how my splits compare with my previous run. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And now that I'm playing where I can see my splits after the major battles, I totally get what he means. Like, I'm like chasing down like the better time, and I get more motivated when I see that it's like, oh, I'm like 10 seconds more ahead after this split when compared to the last one. Like, I'm playing really well. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Just getting so pumped up. Because I missed that guy. See, yes, skipped. Playing so much better this time. It's like StarCraft when you just don't get supply blocked and you're at like 140 supply and you're like, yeah, this is how this game is supposed to feel. Okay. Department store, don't forget balls. Don't forget my balls. I have less money this time, so I'm gonna get 1 less vitamin. Which is annoying, but... Forgot the balls. Remember when I said don't forget the balls? Yeah, I forgot the balls. Sometimes I have PP problems, other times it's balls. I get all these, sell them. Oh! From the precipice of disaster, I pulled the run back. Oh my gosh. Go back and slow that down if you want to get stressed. Holy. Oh, see, that is when the brain is on autopilot. You're just like, yeah, just sell all the TMs because you just want to get the vitamin. I was like, no. I need Ice Beam. Ice Beam is very important. See, that's roughly the same amount of time that it took to catch the Pidgey in Viridian Forest. I just had to buy like a few more balls. Yeah, 3 great balls left over. Goodbye. I love that we have Dig. It counters all the ghost Pokemon so well. There's like I'm not arriving in this location of the game and I'm not fearful about stuff. A lot of the time I get here, I'm like so fearful. I'm just like, oh no, like the ghosts, they're gonna get me because they're normally really, really strong. They like hit you, paralyze you, then they confuse you, and just like endless frustration. 2 minutes. Yes, I'm 10 seconds more ahead. Okay, let's go. Ah, getting hyped. Feels so good. Come on. Dig. If I Gen 1 miss, it'd be the saddest thing. They can't paralyze me today though, because I'm a normal type, of course. So Lick does not do anything. I'm gonna skip the HP up. The HP up is generally not useful. Sometimes I get it if I have to sell stuff. I'll also get the nugget that was just the item ball below the healing pad right there. I'll get those if I feel I need. I'm going to put Dig in slot 2 because I'm going to need it more on Cycling Road. But I'll get those items if I feel like I'm going to need to do another department store trip, get more items, that sort of thing. So like they're good to sell. But I'm not going to run away from the ghost. That's another small time savings. I'm going to get Professor Oak to tell me some stuff, though. Yeah, I do think that Doduo flies by helicoptering its 2 heads. I think that I know that the Pokedex is like, it runs fast. No, no, no. That's no fun. It helicopters its heads. Joanna, I'm glad that the new features are, I'm glad the new features are making an impact. I've tried to implement a bunch of other things in like Generation 3, etc. that are highly requested features. I played Protoss. Although, I'm thinking on my new channel of doing like a daily video for StarCraft. This is like highly speculative, but I'm thinking of doing a new video, like a daily video where I talk about like one thing I'm trying to learn, and then I was thinking of trying to learn random as like the challenge. So the challenge is like, over the next year, I'm going to learn random, and every day I'm going to report in one thing that I learned about the race, a specific race, that day. And that'll like help keep me motivated to learn random, because random's like, I don't have really any experience playing Zerg and Terran in StarCraft 1. I don't know, might be fun. Okay, dig. We have a 54% chance to one-hit this Wheezing. It needs to not poison us. Like, it really needs to not poison us. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we're gonna be fine. Okay. Whew. Smash math tree. Okay. Skip the Carbos. Oh. We're not leveled enough to avoid all the encounters in here. It's okay. Yeah, my new channel is going to be approachable if you've never played StarCraft. I'm intending on doing like a really basic series where I talk about all the units and all the buildings and like the basic mechanical features of the game, so that people that are coming from this channel have a chance to like get acquainted with a new game. I figure that's like a fun way to do it, and yeah. So Erica could cause problems. This could be the first reset. We'll see, though. Okay. Please, Erica. Please, please do not ruin this for us. Just freeze or something. Okay, we crit again. That's the second time today we crit that thing. Uh-oh. 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 Oh. Yeah, like the main thing I plan to do on the StarCraft channel is campaign challenge runs. Yeah. Yes. Got the same RNG seed. Yes. Double crit. This is what we need. Okay, we're good. Only one reset there. That's fine. We're still, yes, gaining time, gaining time, gaining time. Even with the reset, we gained time. Not that this time. We're going to go to Saffron City next and do this area because we need to level more before we fight Koga, because he was really scary last time. Like the first video I'm going to upload on the StarCraft channel is the 4th Zerg mission with only infested Terrans. It's really silly, but it took me way longer than I would like to admit to actually film the video. Like, It's part of the reason the Reggie video was so delayed is because I was just really trying to beat this one mission with infested Terrans and I kept losing and I was like, I gotta actually do it. I can't just like put it in the video and say I'm gonna make this video later and then not be able to do it. So I spent like 2 days trying to beat this mission with infested Terrans. It's like, they're not good units. They're like, they have a niche. They definitely do a thing. They're okay at the thing that they do, but they're not like really good. Especially when like, okay, Guardians. So I very clearly said only infested Terrans when I set out to do the mission, I guess. Mission. I have new terminology for a new game, but when I set out to do the mission, I said only infested Terrans. So not units that self-destruct. Because of that, I was not allowed to use Scourge. So when the enemy attacks with Guardians, I found myself in a little bit of a tricky situation. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm allowed to use like speed drop overlords, and I'm allowed to use other units as long as they don't kill any other units. So like I can't use spawn broodlings. Spawn broodlings is banned. And I guess I could use it if it was on my units, but not on enemy units. But then if the broodlings attacked, then I would lose because they're not infested Terrans. Also, drones cannot attack, so that's another thing. Yeah, if you're like here just for the StarCraft, or for the Pokemon, you're like, wait, I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, let's keep talking about Pokemon. Sure. I didn't take this guy out. No. Oh, terrifying. Please. Okay. I think we use one of the elixirs here. Okay, rival. This is earlier than it was last time. It's like a bunch of 2 hits and then 2 1-hits. Oh, I'm at a lower level. Oh, the slash. Everything ruined my day. Everything ruined my day there. Stop. No. Oh gosh, that's so close to a 1-hit is ridiculously frustrating. I think I might lose this again. No, the supersonic there is what I needed. By the way, I only have a 73% chance to 1-hit this Jolteon. No! Okay, maybe Jolteon is not as good. I might have actually, I might take back what I said at the beginning of the game just because of this. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine if the his Sand Slash does not use Slash on the first turn. When his Sand Slash uses Slash on the first turn, then everything falls apart. But like I can easily survive this if it doesn't and then just win. So we're fine, but a little bit sketchy. Yeah, that one C is obviously very far ahead because we did it out of order. So we'll have to go back and do the Koga split. Then we'll have a sense for how fast we're going, or a better sense. Because I probably fight Sabrina before. No, I don't have a speed boost, so I'll fight Koga first. Actually, what was that, Tro? He made like he like shook his head or something. He made a really funny sound. Jolteon team is almost always harder. Yeah, unless you're a water type or a flying type, then it's easier. Because the Magneton is just terrifying. Super Fang, no. Time prediction? I don't know. I don't want to make a time prediction I'm going to be disappointed in. I would like to be under 44 minutes. That would be awesome. I'll be very, very, very happy if that's what we get. But I don't think we're going to. I think we're going to be slightly slower than that. Maybe like 45 minutes. Which is still a really good time. I would still be happy with that overall. But this run started out really well, and then the little bump that I had there against the rival has my morale is just being shaken slightly. I kept these trainers in, so we will also fight them. The higher level here, it does make these this sand slash a 1 hit, whereas last time it was a 2 hit. So that's a nice tiny improvement. Earning experience slightly faster is great. Run 3. Maybe. I don't think so though. I need to be responsible and stay on track with other video projects, that sort of thing. So ensuring that I don't spend too much time just hyper obsessing about one run. Plus, there is a giant versus video. Nah, I gotta not reveal things, because then I can't change my plans as easily. There's big stuff in May. I need to prepare. Yes, okay, we made the first Venonet miss because of paralysis. Second one didn't get a special drop. That's really good. Toxic, that's actually ideal. Now, can we just hit the Venomoth? Yes. Okay, we were slower at Koga, but remember, last time we did him before and we got very lucky. I need an antidote. That's like a soft rule in these challenges. It's like I always heal after the battle because the poison animation looks really bad. I sometimes violate that when I want to go really fast, but ordinarily it's just like, no, it's going to look too bad. I got to heal. And it feels really weird if I black out with my primary Pokemon, but I keep playing because I have HM users. I need to utilize the mom heal here just in case Raticate traps me in Mansion. I guess it wouldn't trap me because I'm fast. What's my speed? 128. Okay. Scott's train of thoughts. Yep. This year, okay, so like last year and the prior year, my approach to Versus videos was very much like, I'm thinking of the next one that I want to make, but beyond that, I'm not thinking of any more. This year, when I sat down to plan the year's content, I intentionally tried to more evenly space the Versus video content throughout the year. So that there's always like, there's kind of a drip of it, roughly one a month. And when they do show up, they're exciting. And then you have the regular weekly episodes, which are one Pokemon at a time. Just because the Versus videos, it's not possible to make more than one a week at the current time. It's fine, I can be slower than the Alakazam. I might level up and get faster, but I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to go up 5 speed. Maybe the Carbos are required to outspeed it. I don't think it can get me though unless it... This bonk total is totally next level. Yeah, I'm playing really well. Rival was annoying, but I'm playing this well, I think. Okay, we're slower. First turn recovered, then Psywave. All right. Well done, Sabrina. Well done. Okay, we're ahead, but not that ahead. Darn. Eight rare candies to 53. Then we fight Blaine. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. We got this. First attempt, Blaine. Okay, we lost a little bit more time. Yeah, it's looking good. I think I'm going to PB again, but I don't think I'm going to get the time that we really want to see from Raticate. I think to get an exceptional Raticate time, there's going to need to be one fight in the mid game that is bypassed with luck. Either Koga or the rival. I'm not sure doing which one. I think the rival is probably the easier fight overall, but I think that one of them has to be done with luck. Yeah, we just hope that the Persian doesn't... So the Persian did mess us up here last time because of double team, but it might not this time. Okay, guard spec. Well, that's perfect. Now the Nidos need to not mess me up. Okay, I froze the Nido Queen, so that's... we're essentially... We're doing really well here. Oh, I had a guard spec on the Nido King. Okay, we've got this one, and we crit the Rhydon. That was like the perfect Giovanni fight, so we gained back like 30 seconds there. That was great. 32 seconds. All right. Okay. Rival? Yeah, the guard specs strike again, I know. 98% chance to one-hit that. So you can fail that range. This one is a guarantee, unlike the previous Ninetales from the last battle. 25% on the Cloister, so there is a damage range there that gets it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was a crit clamp that 5 hit. That is so sad. That is the worst possible luck. Ah, and then I just one hit in the next battle. Fine. Fine. This is guaranteed the dig, by the way. So we lost some time there. Yeah, I paid for my Giovanni luck. I know it's real. No! Ridiculous patch to get an encounter in. Don't run into a trainer. I'm really focused now. Oh, we did it. My play is again better. Didn't feel much better, but the numbers don't lie. I ran out of the repel right there. Do you need that rare candy? Yeah. I think I do. Because the plan was 3 before Lorelei. I could train on the juggler right here to try and get 57, but I think that's going to give up too much time, and I don't want to try for it right now. I'm going to be playing mostly StarCraft 1. Maybe StarCraft 2 in the future. Mars Mimic. H Mimic in place of Ice Beam. Now we go. Okay, this is it. Nope. Should have dig. Well. Guess that gets the job done too. Took a little bit too much damage here to be really happy with this fight, but No! I hate everything. Ah. That was the only way that I could lose in that situation. Because I crit, did less damage, and then the Lapras survived and got to attack, and it didn't miss. That's disappointing. Well, there we go. Lorelei's done. Look at how close I am to that damage rounding threshold before the next fight. Like I said, though, we are going to save before this one, unlike last time. Now, in red and blue, you could mimic Arden here, which would be quite good. But you can't do that in yellow version. And yeah, the Hitmonchan can double team, which is so annoying. I thought that, like, it's like maybe at one point here, the Hitmonchan, you need to mimic double team, because that would be the other fight where you could do that strategy, not just Giovanni. But no, you never need to do that. I'm only like 41 seconds ahead now. Still supporting you, Scott. Thank you, Mariah. Good to have you here. Ooh. Did I crit that thing last time? Last time I just one-shot it. Submission, yeah. I also didn't save in front of Agatha because she's so easy with dig. I wanted to save some time. Ah, oh, we're still 41 seconds ahead. My misinsurance. Do I heal? Yeah, okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh my gosh, that does not one hit with this level. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna Thunderbolt the Aerodactyl because Blizzard could miss and I don't want to deal with that. Okay, Lance is defeated. Champion. By the way, that is actually a range. Yes! Yes! Okay, that Executor was really kind. That was very... Oh, we Gen 1 missed on the Thunderbolt and then got crit by Spike Cannon. Are you kidding me? Ridiculous. I'm also speed tied with the Jolteon. I'm speed tied with the Jolteon. No. Oh, now I'm not speed tied with the Jolteon! Thank you for the badge boost. Yes! Yes! Okay. Yeah, the Cloyster was kind of a menace. This is a fine result. I was hoping that we'd get something a little bit lower today, but I think we proved my point. When I came into this run, I wanted to show you that Raticate could be faster than it was previously. We got its time under 3 hours. That's pretty good. This run, definitely bad luck in the rival fight before the league. Definitely bad luck against Lorelei. A little bit of slowdown here against the champion, but like that's going to happen occasionally. I think that the main area of this run that I'm least satisfied with right now is the Rival 5 in Sylph. That one, I'm like, the damage ranges here against the champion weren't so amazing that I'll show them to you. These are the damage ranges. They weren't so amazing that I was happy cutting more training, let's just say. So, is the Flareon rival better? Maybe. Like, maybe the Flareon rival is better because Magneton comes earlier in the fight. Yeah. Maybe the Flareon rival is better. I'm not entirely sure. It's gonna probably slow down Brock a little bit. But you could just fight other trainers like the Lass. And then do blackouts to Brock. There's a whole bunch of ways this run can be better. Number one, no, like you get lucky, you beat Brock first attempt. Number two, no awful resets during the rival. Number three, no reset to the rival on Route 22 when going to the league. No bad luck crit on Lorelei. I think those things are like, they're obviously the flaws of this specific run that I just did. Those things can be eliminated. That's not impossible. Maybe it takes a lot of attempts to do it, or maybe someone will do it in a single attempt, but you can obviously get a lower time. You can get a time probably like, well, we can do the math, right? So like, if you take the total number of minutes, so 120 plus 56, that's the total number of minutes, 176. If you just divide that by 4, then this gives us like the threshold for this strategy with the same game time. Now my game time could be a little bit lower if the Cloister didn't get like 5 hits on crits, that sort of thing, but it's going to roughly be equivalent to this most times when you play. It'll be somewhere in this range, very close to at least. That would give us a game time, a real time of 44 minutes. So that's removing all the resets. We would get a real time of 44 minutes. But with this, even with 46 minutes and 42 seconds with 5 resets and 2 blackouts at level 76 with a game time of 2 hours and 56 minutes, Raticate is going to get a promotion in my tier list. So in this case, its time is now under 48 minutes, which it wasn't before. So it's going to jump from the C tier into the B tier. It was not able to get the time under 44-minute threshold for the A tier, but I think that's kind of fair. Like, I think if I look at Pokemon like Tentacruel and Golem and Persian, they feel similar to Raticate. They each have their problems, but they're not like this complete beast that is something like Victory Bell, where it feels like you don't even need to know how to play the game, and it just does well. Like, it's ridiculous how good that thing is. Okay, so yeah, that's it for Raticate. I guess I should actually show where it gets re-ranked. So let's go in. I have to figure out exactly how to do this on stream, but I can figure it out right now. So we're gonna try and update the tier list in real time. So now its real time is 46 minutes and 42 seconds. Okay, let's see. I'm probably going to have to open the tier list stuff up again. Yep. Fine. Ta-da! There we have it. We have re-ranked Raticate. It is now just slightly slower than Mr. Mime and Clefable, and just ahead of Parasect and Ninetales. I'll just like stick around. I'm trying to take these streams a little bit. Before I was trying to make them like a standalone VOD where people would just watch it and it would feel like a streamed video and that would be it. But I'll stick around for like 5 minutes or so if there's any questions. I also wanted to address something someone said, is there going to be another stream with Exceptional? And I hope so. We haven't talked about doing one in the near future. I know he's talked a little on his channel about feeling burnt out of playing Fire Red, so I don't want him to play more Fire Red if he's not feeling it. But I've been chatting with him behind the scenes, not about like specific Fire Red streams or something like that. But yeah, hopefully do one of those. I'm also hoping to do another stream with Snowy sometime soon, because Snowy got a ridiculous Kangaskhan time. Yeah, like the Kangaskhan time is so good in Crystal. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Go and watch Snowy's video. See the ridiculous time for yourself, and then we'll do an analysis stream on it. And hopefully I can improve my Crystal play to be similar, because I think Snowy is definitely the best Crystal runner out there right now. Yeah. Do you have a Discord, Scott? Yeah, I have one for my patrons, and then I had one for my overlay, but it's not public anymore just because my overlay is not being distributed anymore due to software limitations. Next re-ranking bulk video. It's going to be for Crystal. It's going to feature so many Pokemon. Now, here's the thing about this tier list, actually. So, check this out. You can just refresh it. And we can go in here. And I can load up the Crystal tier list. Ta-da! So, Crystal tier list. There's a bunch of Pokemon that I've put back on this tier list. Or added to the tier list, like Yanma and Azumarill and Quillfish that we've streamed recently. Sneasel, Venomoth. I'm going to be going through all those runs in a big re-ranking video, as well as Pokemon like Girafarig and Stantler. There is not... The most recent run I did with those don't exist on the channel right now. So I'm going to go through those again and talk about them, get new results for them. It's going to be a big video. There's going to be like 10 or 12 runs in it. Different Pokemon, I mean. With multiple runs per Pokemon, with the exception of some. Like Yanma. I'm not going to do another Yanma run for now. I'll just rank it based on that time, and then we'll probably do it again at some point in the distant future. I would totally love to do like a video or a stream with Vanman or Squidgy. Always open to that kind of stuff. Vanman's not making videos right now, and I can't contact Squidgy. So, like, if they reach out to me, then yeah, I'll do it. But yeah. Okay. This was fun. Next week, like I said, this week is Rodent Week. Raticate, Pokemon Yellow. On Saturday, it is going to be Bibarel in Pokemon Platinum. Do some early game Pokemon, and then we'll continue doing early game Pokemon. Because the following week, we are going to do a Fearow live stream. And because we're doing birds, I think we need to follow it up with Pidgey as well as Spearow in Pokemon Yellow. Flying types are not very good in this game. First stage flying types from the earliest routes of the game are really not that good. So, yeah, they're going to be some fun videos. Thanks so much for watching. If you made it this far, you're incredible. I will see you in my next video.